YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there, Feather. And we're gonna talk about the rookies again every first of the month or the beginning of the month. I try to give y'all my analysis on the top 10 rookies that's having the best season, and then telling you who I think is the rookie of the year. Some things changed from this list to the other one. Obviously, some rookies been in and out, some injured, some playing better, some getting more minutes, some getting more opportunities. So I'm not gonna take too long on this one because the top is basically the same. It's just the bottom is a little different. Where the difference is Ace Bailey. He's a guy, for example, that fell out of my top 10. He hasn't played as great. His numbers are still fine for a rookie. His numbers are still fine in general, but it's just other rookies that are just playing slightly better than he is. And Trey Johnson is a guy that's averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds and 1 assist. He's doing a good job of scoring the basketball. He's doing a good job of just playing more now. He didn't play as many games as Ace Bailey. That's the only argument you really can make for him being better. But other than that, when it comes to numbers, he has scored more points. He is shooting better from three and better from the field and better from the free throw line. And I think that that's why he's a guy that we really wanted to see more of as people that love the game of basketball and been watching this entire season, because we knew how high his ceiling could be and his potential. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from him, and I'm liking his efficiency, and I'm liking his ability to put the ball in the basket. And the Wizards need a guy like that. They need more scoring, they need more spacing, they need more shooting. And that's something that he provides and something that he has been doing real good for the rookie season so far, this of the making of this video. So not a problem with him getting in there. I think he's going to be higher if he continues to put up the numbers he's putting up, or even if he does it better, which is going to be hard to do. But he's definitely one of the better rookies. He definitely should be on the all-rookie team if he keeps it up. Yegor, he's in there just from longevity. He's been putting up some decent numbers, been playing a little bit better lately. They need him to. The minutes are there. The chances are there. He's shooting more threes. He's trying to find his teammates more. He's getting open a lot more. Cam Thomas is back, so that's going to take some distraction from him, where people don't have to focus on him as much because another ball handler is there, so he can just use those open jump shots like he's been doing to probably up his efficiency in his play. Then is it just about moving the ball around and just finding your teammates to pad your assist stats, and obviously helping out on the boards whenever you can. I like what he's been doing lately. I think that we knew he was raw. We knew that it was going to take him some time to pan out as a starter if that's what they was going to do with him. And he's been responding real well in the minutes he's been getting. We just have to see what he can do and if he can stay healthy as the season continues. Max Amin Renaud for the Kings, he's been really good considering that Sabonis has been out. So he's been starting and getting more opportunities. Like I said, that's a factor in how you can win this Rookie of the Year award and get high in the race to be able to get at least an all rookie team. But the fact that he's getting boards, he's getting the assists, he's knocking down shots from the perimeter, knocking down shots in the paint, just being a good screen setter, just understanding when he's out there to do and not trying to force anything or do anything that's not necessary. I think just that is what made him a decent role player for the Kings. I mean, they knew that he was a steal for where they got him at. Now it's just about plugging him in and letting him just do the easy things that bigs do and see if he can do it at a high level. I mean, starters means you're one of the best players in the league, and he was able to earn that because of an injury, and he played well enough to show that he deserves to keep starting. And I think that I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. If they do trade Sabonis, because it seems like Sabonis is a little mad what the Kings are doing, based off rumors, they should be happy that they have a center that can come in and start and give them good production like he's been doing as a rookie. You just hope he continues to grow and evolve as he starts more. So it is good to have a backup plan and a cheap one too because he's on a rookie deal and he was a late pick. So I like him. He can also be a floor spacer in the future. He's showing potential there. We have to see if he can be consistent with that, and that could be another thing, that can make him an interesting player in the future. Number 7, I'm going to say Dylan Harper. He hasn't played that great. He has games where he looks like he's really understanding the game and playing it real well. Then he has games where if he can't shoot, he just doesn't do much because he loves to get to that paint, and he wants to do that. He's great at that, and he can also make that pass if he breaks down or collapses the defense. But if he can't make a mid range or a three, just like in college and in high school, he becomes very guardable because you're going to just try to wall him off or try to find a way to send him to a help defender or send him into a rim protector and make it challenging for him to be able to get the shot off or even break down the defense. But he gets it, but that's why you got to continue to work on his game. He's a decent playmaker. He's a decent rebounder. He's a decent scorer, but he can get a little predictable because what his first thing that he wants to do is. And I just feel like he hasn't been playing that great the last couple weeks, in my personal opinion. But based on what I'm watching, the things that we knew would be a concern is there for him even in the NBA. And it's just going to take him some time and some development and some learning to understand how to continue to read the court, read the floor, and just try to make the best decision you can, whether that's passing or scoring or just trying to make shots off the ball or just be a better cutter off the ball, which he understands and he gets. It ain't something that he heard for the first time. It's just something that he might need to do to stay efficient and to stay a good scorer at the NBA level. And then number 6, I'm going to put Jeremiah Fears. He's been kind of falling off a cliff too, but I like the fact that he's still a guy that's getting minutes and they still trying to use him as much as they can as a development tool. And the minutes are there and he's getting the ball in his hands a lot more. He's not really a natural playmaker. Sometimes he's just not even a natural shooter. It's just like the defense say, we want you to shoot because that's the toughest shot. And if he's not making his mid-range, if he's not making a three, he becomes very predictable also because he's not really trying to hurt you with the pass and he's not really trying to get to the free throw line. So he gets to a point where you just sag off of him, say you can have the shot. And if he's making it, you're going to look at it and say, well, that's our game plan. And if he's missing it, that's our game plan. We happy that he took it. It can just be that easy sometimes because they're rookies and their bodies are not developed. Their understanding of the game is not where it needs to be. Their teammates aren't always that great either. So they have to do some out of the ordinary things. And that's why Fears is averaging 14 points because they're saying we need somebody to do something. And we drafted you to be in this role because we had nothing better else to throw out there. And it's not a bad thing. He still is a starting caliber player is what he's showing because anytime you can score double figures and shoot decent percentages, that do means you belong in the league, especially because he's not doing anything terrible. You can question his defense sometimes, but we knew that would be a problem coming into the league, and so did the Pelicans. But you can say the same thing about Derek Queen. He's not the greatest defender, but at least he tries and put a little effort to do what he can. But I like Fears. I like what he does. I like the fact that he's scoring a good amount of points to be a rookie. He's definitely a solid player, but I would have him over Harper right now because he averaged more points. And he's just been having a little bit slightly better season in my personal opinion, even though he's more of a score first guy. Number 5, I would say Cedric Howard. He's been kind of stuck between 4 and 5 because he can get you double figures. He can help you out on the boards. He's a good guy to keep the ball moving. He's a team first player, whether that's just sticking off the ball or trying to find a way to get to a mid-range or get to the basket or just helping out in so many other areas. He's just a solid role player. You know what I mean? And that's all you really have to be to have a good rookie season, to just play off Jaren, and just get out in transition, hit the open looks, cut, do whatever you have to do to just not be in the way. And just being open can just be a threat of his own because he can hurt you with the pass or with the baskets that he can make. So he just playing the game the right way. He's playing within the team concept. He can get his own sometimes, but not consistently. Not a bad thing. Like I said, he's a rookie, so we're not going to say like he has to do all these things, perfect or at a high level to impress us. I mean, most people didn't look at him as a top five rookie coming into this season anyway, and he's been doing that consistently since the first week of the NBA season. So he's definitely still one of the better rookies. He's definitely still having a fantastic season for a rookie, and the Grizzlies should be happy that they have him because once you give up Bane for Pope, you look at it like once we lose Pope, what do we do? Well, now you got Jalen Wells and now you got Cedric Howard on the perimeter that can use their length and their quickness and their athleticism to make things hard and tough on the perimeter players. And then you still got Jaren Jackson and Zach Edey in the paint, and that's why it makes sense. He's cheaper, plus he can do similar things. But that's what they thought of, and it is looking decent for them because they record ain't that great, but it also ain't that bad considering all the things that's been going on with their roster. And Cedric Howard is basically what I'm saying, a bright spot because he's playing better than what people thought. People thought he'd come off the bench and play a decent job of doing that, but it ain't the case. He's a legitimate starter in this league, and you have to love it. I got Derek Queen at 4. He's gonna be probably higher as the season go on because he just do so many things. His ability to hold the ball and hit a mid range or drive to the basket or get to the free throw line or rebound at a high level. He's the best rebounder out of the rookies, and he's also a decent scorer, and he can also hit a three. He's not great at it yet, but he also doesn't really want to take that many because he knows that being near the rim is the best shots for him, especially for his height. And he also got some good size on him to be able to take the knocks, to take the bumps, to still get to the line or get to the basket. And he always seems like he knows when to drive and when not to. So Derek Queen, a very impressive rookie. We knew that he was one of the better players in the draft. We just didn't know how he was going to age defensively. We didn't know how he was going to get buckets offensively, but it was working. His game isn't the prettiest. It ain't the best thing to see sometimes because it seems like he's really working hard for his buckets and he's really trying hard to get them, but it works. That's all we got to give him credit for. Whatever he had to do, whatever he was trying to do, he gets it done. That's one thing I say about Derek Queen. And he's a guy that you can put the ball in the hands of and trust that he can make the right decision. And that's hard for me to say that about a lot of rookies. But he is one of those guys that you can do that with and have good success. And that's hard for a an early 20 guy to do in the NBA level without too much experience against NBA talent. But he's been doing it all season, and that's why I have him at number 4. Number 3, I got VJ Edgecombe. He's averaging 15 points a game. That's high, almost at 16. He's also helping on the boards. He's also helping with his playmaking. He's so fast. He's so quick. He knows how to use his handle. He knows how to explode. He knows how to hit wide open threes. He can get out in transition. He also can play a little defense. He also understands how to get to the free throw line when he needs to because he just has a good motor. He just wants to play hard. He just wants to try hard. He knows exactly when the angles are opening up. He knows exactly when the driving lanes are there. He knows how to have body control when he's trying to drive and finish. He does a lot of things really well for a rookie. That's something that you have to love about him and something that you also have to enjoy about his game. He does seem like he's content with his play style. And since it's been working the entire season, why change it? You might as well just keep expanding on it, add on it, and just continue to trust your teammates since you have some really good ones as a rookie. That's all I can tell him. Other than that, he's the real deal, and I can see him being an all-star caliber player if Philly let some other guys go and give him the ball more, give him more opportunities. I think he can definitely flourish in one of those type of roles. And the biggest change is that Conca Nipple on my list is number two compared to last year. Last list, which did happen last year. But Con Knipple is fantastic, man. He's having a season that it was tough for me to put him at number two. Not because I'm from Wisconsin like him, but because he's just having that good of a season. But he's efficient. He can knock his free throws down. He can knock the mid range down, the three down. He can get to the basket. His handle is better than I thought. His ability to create separation is better than I thought. His release is faster than I thought. And the fact that he is good at making the right play and making the right decision, if he doesn't have a good look or if he doesn't have confidence in the shot, he's not going to just be jacking up bad shots and trying to do the pride thing or the hero ball thing. And he's a player that doesn't shrink in a moment. If you give him the ball in clutch situations, he can deliver. He can put that ball in the basket. He will make the right decision. If he touches the ball in that possession, he's helping out on the boards. He's good in transition. He can play on or off the ball. I mean, he is just a perfect fit for Charlotte. They needed somebody that can do all of those things. And then they got Cartbringer. Then they also got Colin Sexton. And it's like their offense just looks so much better because they got so much more spacing, so much more ball handling. And Colin Knipple added that too. And he's young. So I think that his ceiling may not be that high, but we just never know. I think that this is just better than what all of us expected him to be as a rookie. Even though he had the NBA body, he had the NBA shooting touch, for based off what we seen in college and high school. Now he's putting it all together so fast. I just wonder how much better can he get? How much more can he do in the future? And Charlotte is a team that's going to need him to be as good as he can be if they're going to want to be a playoff team in the future. So the more the merrier. But he is a good player, and I'm loving what he's been doing, and I'm also surprised that he's been this great, and he hasn't hit the rookie wall. He's still playing as good as he's been playing last month and the month before, which was November and December, and hopefully he can keep it up for the rest of this year and this season. And then number one, the person that I predicted, like most people, to win Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag. He's averaging the most points for rookies, 19.4 as the recording of this video. He's also averaging 6 boards. He's also averaging 4 assists. He just does everything. And that's the reason why I thought that he would be Rookie of the Year, because there's really nothing that the man can't do. The thing that he's struggling with the most is just three-point shooting. And that's something that's tough to do. It's the hardest shot in the game. And that's something that he's going to have to continue to work on. But the man, he can score in clutch moments. He doesn't shy away from the ball. He can make shots near the paint. He can do pull-up jumpers. He can get to the free throw line. He has a decent handle. He can come off screens. He can create by himself. He's also a team player. He doesn't try to do too much, and he doesn't try to do too little. I think that that's what we might have to see a lot more of, is just him saying, nobody can stop me, nobody can guard me. That's all that's missing from Cooper Flag, is that mentality that I can dominate and take over every single game that I'm in. Once he gets that and snaps into that every single game, that I can get 25 to 30 plus every game, then he will become a superstar. But he's already been putting up those type of numbers lately, especially in December. And if he continues on this trajectory, he will be the player that a lot of people thought that he would be. And I would say I'm not surprised. I'm not expecting him to be bad. I was expecting him to be the best rookie. And this list shows that he's the best rookie right now. And we just need him to stay healthy the entire season, play it out, try to get to 20 plus a game. AD is out. Kyrie is out. Klay Thompson and those guys are going to just be mentors to him and try to find a way to flatten his game out a little bit more and smooth it out a little bit more. And, that's what veterans should do. But this guy has it all figured out, and he has the work ethic, and he has the will and want to be great. And I think that that's why you have to pick him number one in Dallas. They're not regretting it right now. And if he does get to 20 plus a game, he's going to be known as one of the better rookies of this decade and last decade. That's how hard it is to do it. And he's right there. He should just have goals to be the best player he can be. by the end of the season, regardless of the Dallas Mavericks record, regardless of how AD and Kyrie play when they're back healthy. I just need to go out there and do the best I can to be the best player I can be to help the team be as best as they can be. And that's the mentality he has to have. I love what he's doing. I'm proud of what he's doing. He's making me look good because I picked him to win Rookie of the Year. And it was tough because Con Knipple started on fire. He was blazing and scorching. And Cooper Flag started to put his run together. He started to have his dominant games. He started to, get in the flow of things and start to figure things out. And the game slowed down to him. And then his confidence went to another level. And now he just has to keep it up. But I had to mention Con Knipple because he's not going anywhere. He's going to be right there with this whole season because, like I said before, the Hornets need him to ball. The Hornets need him to get buckets. The Hornets need him to get plays, just like the Mavericks need Cooper Flag if they're going to be a play-in team in the Western Conference, which is kind of getting away from them, but we still have a lot of time left when it comes to the regular season. But great rookies, good season for them, and the list can go longer, honestly. I think it's a lot of people that can be 11 or 12 that can get right back in the race because they're not that far from being back in it. But it just shows you how blessed we are to have these guys put in so much work to be good players and deliver at the NBA level so fast and so quickly. It's a lot of guys that can get you double figures. Like I said, Ace Bailey is one of them. He's not even in the top 10. And usually if you can average 10 to 11 points, you will be in this. And then you have other rookies too that's closing in on being 9th or 10th. And you have other rookies that are 9th, 10th, 11th, or 8th or 7th that can still improve and grow and continue to make a run to be all rookie first team, which should be a goal for the guys that's not that far from it. And it'd be fair to try to do that because that's something you should be proud of, that you had a good season. And here goes some hardwood to show that we appreciated watching and enjoying what you brought to the table as a player. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Also do conversation videos just like this, but about other topics about basketball, NBA only. Also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage too. I also got over 4,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy, and it's all for free. And on top of that, I also try to make videos every single day throughout the day to give y'all something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball NBA content. Other than that, Happy New Year's. Hope y'all had a blessed day. Hopefully y'all got a break. Hopefully y'all got some rest. Hopefully y'all spend time with your friends and your loved ones and enjoyed y'all weekend and your holidays. Hopefully y'all got what y'all wanted for Christmas and also gave people some things they wanted for Christmas because it's a beautiful thing to do. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.